What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Realms of Metal. Eddie here, back with you from my happy place, my metal room here in the woods in PA. And I'll see if I can get through a video without one of my cats knocking shit over in my room today. We'll see how that goes. But a while back, I did a video of like 10 obscure gems in my collection. They're like gems, rare stuff, kind of obscure, limited numbers, sentimental stuff for me. So I figured we'd do another 10 more. I love doing these and talking about these records, and maybe I can turn you on to something that you don't know about. So that said, let's get at it, man. Uh let's go to 1988, a band called Indestructible Noise Command, or INC for short. This is their second release called The Visitor. They're a thrash metal band. They got members from New York and Connecticut, East Coast. Um, Originally released in 1988 on Giant Records. Uh, really good. Like, this is a really underrated thrash record. It reminds me of Anthrax in spots. The guitar tone is really good. It's really crunchy. They do a Cars cover on here. They do Just What I Needed and Candy O, a split, which is really fun. So this is a 2016 reissue on the Crypt Records. It's crystal clear, and I think this was like 150 copies of these. So they did other colors as well, but they did 150 of the clear. Let's take a look at it. The gate, lyrics, gotta love that. There we go. It's a beaut, Clark. So Indestructible Noise Command, uh, thrash metal, definitely a band worth checking out. It's one of those, like second or third tier thrash bands, but great stuff. Let's go to another abbreviated band, Pasadena Napalm Division, or PND. Uh, it's like crossover thrash, like in the vein of like DRI and stuff. Which, incidentally, Kirk Brecht from DRI is the singer for this band. So this was their first and only full length. They did an EP called the PND EP before this, a couple years before this, which I have. Uh, this one is really great, though. This was released in 2013. They are from Texas. Um, the CD originally came out on Minus Head Records, but the vinyl released like a month or two later on Dry Heave Records, which was this head. So it's half Dry Heave, half Minus Head, if you see the back. And this is really good stuff. If you like DRI, this is going to be right up your alley. Um, they were This is listed as radiation 500 radiation green, limited edition green with yellow splatter. That's what they're calling it. It's a really sweet looking vinyl, man. Radiation green, pretty sick. It's like toxic green or something like that, which goes with the cover for sure. Killer. Pick up Pasadena Napalm Division. You're gonna like it. Let's go to 2021. The man, the myth, the legend, Vincent Crowley, ex Acheron, the Vincent Crowley. He did a solo record called Beyond Acheron. First and only full length, came out in 2021. Vincent Crowley is also in a band called Infidel Reich. Check those guys out. And it's kind of like death black, very doomy death black metal, I would call it. Really good. He's a great songwriter. I love all the Acheron stuff. I have it all. And this is a double vinyl limited edition. It's like super rare. I don't know how many are left, but I believe there were only 250 copies of these made. It's double vinyl, limited edition, blue galaxy, and a gatefold. Hand numbered 250 copies. And the second vinyl is all bonus stuff. So it's like US exclusive tracks, LP only tracks. So it's definitely worth picking up the vinyl so you get all the extra stuff. Really cool artwork. It's listed as Blue Galaxy, but it's really hard to see. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it is like a translucent blue. You can see through. It's like smoky. It's tough, I know, but you have to like look at it to the light. Here we go. This was number 111 at a 250. Killer stuff. I'm a huge Vincent Crowley fan, huge Acheron fan. So if you can get one of these, definitely pick it up. So at a 250, I mean it's definitely a collector's item. So Vincent Crowley's Beyond Acheron. Let's do. Ooh, I got a bootleg. Deicide. Revocate Jehovah the Whore. This is a double vinyl bootleg. It was live in Holland, 1992 on the Legion tour. You got the classic Deicide lineup: Glenn Benton, Steve Asheim, and the Hoffman brothers, Eric and Brian. Double red vinyl, 300 copies made. Dead But Dreaming, Oblivious to Evil, Satan Spawn, the Cacodema, and Dead by Dawn, Deicide, Crucifixion, Carnage in the Temple of the Damned, In Hell I Burn, Behead the Prophet, No Lord Shall Live, Ravagate the Agitator, Day of Darkness, Trifiction, Mephistopheles. Now the sound on this like isn't super great, but I mean it's a bootleg, you know, so it's not gonna be super great. But I'm like super happy, I'm like super stoked when I found this and got it, man. So it's like pure red vinyl, the way a Deicide vinyl should be, right? Killer stuff. And this was on Reek of Death Records. Limited 300 red vinyl. It's right on the bottom. Here we go. Killer, if you can find one, pick one up. Let's go to 1991, a band near and dear to my heart, who I've loved since I was a kid. Zentrix from Lancashire, England. This was their first EP, Dilute a Taste. This came after the second release for Whose Advantage, which was 1990. This was 1991, first official EP. And I believe this is the only pressing of this record ever. It's an original pressing. I don't think it was ever repressed or reissued. And what's great about this EP is it's got two of the best songs Zentrix ever wrote, in my opinion. Pure Thought and Shadow of Doubt. Like, they're amazing tracks, like amazing stuff. Like, if you get your hands on one of these, even the CD, you know, it's totally worth it. And then there's live stuff on the other side: Balance of Power, Kept in the Dark, Crime, and Ghostbusters. Can't beat it. Zentrix. Love this band. Let's go to 2022. The Mighty Corpsegrinder. This was his. This is his first and only solo release. It's like hardcore tinged death metal, you know, if you want to call it that. It's death metal with kind of a hardcore edge, if you like that stuff. I mean, if you like Corpsegrinder, you're gonna like this. Like, if you just like him and the way he sings and his vocals and all that, you're gonna like this. Now, this was on Jamie Josta's label, Perseverance Media Group. And he also did a solo EP with Tim Ripper Owens, which I have somewhere too. But this is cool. I ordered right from that. It's actually signed. You can see his signature right there. Pretty awesome. 333 copies of the orange vinyl, which is what I got. Eric Rutan guest guitar on the first track called Acid Vat. So if you like Cannibal Corpse, man, this is going to be right up your alley. If you're a hardcore fan and maybe you're not into a lot of death metal, this is going to be right up your alley. You know, give it a shot. It's a beauty. Corpsegrinder, self-titled record. Ooh, let's go to my favorite band in the world, the mighty Exodus. Another lesson in violence. This originally came out in 1997. This is a live record. It's got Paul Baloff on vocals, Gary Holt on guitar, Lee Althus on guitar, Jack Gibson's first recording with Exodus, and Tom Hunting on drums. Like, this is a 2016 reissue on Black Sleeves Records. It's a double vinyl picture disc gatefold, 400 copies. So I collect all things Exodus. Really killer stuff. Show you the vinyls, their picture discs. Really killer. Take a look at the gate. Yes. Look at Gary Holt sporting the short hairdo and the goatee. Crazy, man. Great stuff. I'm sorry, it was Rick Huno on this record. It wasn't Lee Althus. So my mistake. These videos aren't edited, by the way. So let's go to 1990. This is a great one. GWAR, Scumdogs of the Universe. It was their second. It was like it was originally released on Master Records, and then I think Metal Blade signed them to a contract and ended up coming out on Metal Blade also in 1990. This is a reissue. It was a Newberry Comics exclusive, 500 copies, double clear remastered vinyl, double vinyl. Had to get it. I mean, the Salamanizer is probably the best song GWAR ever wrote, right? It's so fucking amazing, you know? GWAR reminds me of like Motorhead, like a modern version of Motorhead, like how Motorhead incorporated so many different styles. Like Motorhead was like their metal, their rock, their blues, their thrash, their punk, you know? GWAR is kind of like the same way, except GWAR is GWAR, there ain't another GWAR, but GWAR incorporates a lot of different styles into their music too. They always did. And I always dug that about them. It was a band that, whatever genre you liked, you're probably going to find some GWAR stuff that you like. So, and I say it every video when I talk about GWAR, man. I miss Dave Rocky to death. Yeah, how crystal clear those vinyls are, man. Killer. Let's take a look at the gate. It's like a live picture. Really great stuff. So like I said, there were 500 copies of this. Totally worth grabbing if you can. I mean, if you don't live in New England, you're going to have to order it on Newberry Comics website. So, ooh, let's talk a little hardcore. Wisdom in Chains. Wisdom in Chains is a hardcore band out of Stroudsburg, PA. Actually, not very far from where I am in PA. This was Class War. It came out in 2007 on Eulogy Records. This is the 2022 reissue on Fast Break, 15th anniversary edition, 100 purple. I believe this is the purple one. Yes, it is. Now, if you're not at the hardcore, go on YouTube, type in Wisdom in Chains, do Class War, do No Smiles in the Ghetto. Land of the Kings is like their signature track, Pennsylvania, I fucking love you. Like it's really great. They incorporate a lot. I mean, they're heavy as fuck, but they incorporate a lot of melody and catchy choruses and shit in their songs. Like, give Wisdom and Change a shot. I'm telling you, you're really gonna like them. It's great stuff. Let's go to 1995. Have some fun with this one. This is the Demon Knight soundtrack. The original was out on Atlantic Records in 95. This is the 2021 reissue on Real Gone Music. Uh, limited edition release, clear with green and purple swirl. So you've got Pantera on this with Cemetery Gates, Ministry, Tonight We Murder, Machine Head, My Misery, Megadeth does Diadems, Melvin's Instant Larry, Rollins Band does Fall Guy, Biohazard's on here with Beaten, Sepultura does Policia. You got Filters, Hey Man, Nice Shot. And then you got the Gravediggers track, 1-800-Suicide, which was, I think it was a single for this, the soundtrack. That's what turned me on to the Gravediggers even way back then. So a little bit of hip hop for you. Let's take a look at the vinyl. The vinyl's fucking beautiful on this one. It's like clear with green and purple. Pretty hot. Got one more for you, and it's only a 7-inch, but it's, you know, I found this in a record store and I bought it just based on what it looked like to me, and it looked like crossover thrash, and I was fucking dead on. It's called Get Real. It's a 7-inch, and they're from New Jersey, and I don't know anything about them other than this 7-inch right here. Came out in 2003. There's 7 tracks. It's crossover thrash, but it leans more towards the hardcore side. The singer reminds me a lot of Roger Moret from Agnostic Front, really aggressive. Even sounds like some like raw MOD in spots, you know, really good. And, you know, I believe they're from New Jersey, but I could be wrong. Get Real, got the lyrics in there. She can't beat. It's a cool little green vinyl. And I think I picked this up for like $2 at a local record shop, just based on looking at it. And I kind of figured it was either hardcore or crossover thrash. And I nailed it with that one. So Get Real's self-titled 7-inch EP. So there's 10 more kind of obscure, rare, sentimental stuff in my collection. You know, hopefully I turned you on to something. And thanks for hanging with me on the Realms of Metal. Have a killer Friday night. And we'll see you guys again real soon. Have a good one.